Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've been working from home this week due to a coronavirus cluster in South Australia, and my time at home has made me think about the pros and cons of working from home, and that's what I'll be covering in this video as I take you through a typical day for me. My day starts with exercise in my home gym. I've been doing a lot of running lately as part of the WFH Project PR 5K study that I'm in. I enjoy running from time to time, but for me, I get a better ROI from weight training. This week I followed a daily undulating periodization program, or DUP as the gym bros call it. Basically, you squat, bench and deadlift during each training session 3 days a week, and the rep ranges change for each exercise. Using squats as an example, on Monday I did 5 sets of 8, on Wednesday I did 5 sets of 12, and today being Friday, I did 5 sets of 3. Deadlifts and bench press follow a similar scheme. The most obvious pro of working from home is that there's no commute. My normal commute isn't too bad. After I finish my workout, I spend some time packing up the gym. If you're interested in a video on the benefits of having a home gym, let me know in the comments. Normally it takes about 25 minutes to ride to work. I grab my bag and say goodbye to my kids and my wife, who kindly agreed to be in this video, which I'm hoping will inspire her to watch one. I get ready to ride to work. If I can't ride my bike, I catch a bus, which takes about 45 minutes to an hour. Either way, working from home means that I don't have a commute, which saves a lot of time and money, and I can have a slower, more relaxed start to the day. I like to take advantage of this by making a coffee using my Chemex, which is probably a bit extra for most people, but it's great coffee. I have a 6-cup Chemex, and I'll include a link in the description to the recipe that you're about to see. I start by grinding 44 grams of coffee, and you need to make sure you use a medium coarse grind, leaning more towards the coarse side, similar to the consistency of sea salt. I wet the paper filter to make sure there's no paper taste, and then start the first pour, which is 80 grams of water. You may think this whole weighing business is a bit ridiculous, but it helps to get a consistently good cup of coffee each time. It's important to let the coffee bloom for about 30 seconds or so. That allows gases trapped in the coffee time to escape. After this, I do 3 more pours of water, 240 grams each, which gives me my coffee for the morning. Once my coffee is ready, it takes less than 10 seconds to walk from my kitchen to my office, which leads me to the first con of working from home. I read an interesting tweet the other day about high-intensity interval training as a metaphor for work. As you might be aware, interval training is where you have a period of intense exercise for say 20 seconds, followed by a period of rest. It's interesting to think about this as a metaphor for work. If you are always on, always checking your emails, and you don't take a rest, it will potentially limit your ability to operate at your best when you need to. The danger of working from home is that your work is always there. It's always within reach, and it can be hard to take rest periods. At the end of the workday, I unplug my work computer and set up my personal computer. Having 2 computers makes it easier for me to have boundaries between work and personal life. Obviously, that isn't going to work for everyone, but I think it's important to think about a way to switch off. Working from home allows you to fit in small amounts of exercise throughout the day that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to do. It's easy to go for a run or take your dog for a walk. In the gaps between today's 150 Skype calls, where I take every opportunity to remind people that I'm doing Movember, donation link in the description, I try to do some sneaky bicep curls using the exercise band that I keep under my desk. I'm trying to get arms like this guy. I'm hoping that it will help me to gain subscribers. Depending on your office environment, doing curls at your desk may be frowned upon, so that's another pro of working from home. Throughout the day, I'll go look in the pantry multiple times, trying to decide what to eat. I'll also look in the fridge and try to pick something reasonably healthy. I've covered my approach to nutrition in my morning routine video. If you'd like to check that out, I've included a link in the description. This brings me to another con of working from home, having constant access to food. Being within walking distance of my kitchen, my fridge, and my pantry means that I'm more inclined to snack throughout the day. I've read lots of articles about this, and apparently I'm not alone. There's lots of advice out there on how to eat healthier when working from home, and one of the points that really resonated with me was to have a set eating schedule. I do this by occasionally doing intermittent fasting when I'm working from home, and I use a great app called Zero, which helps me to keep track of how long I've got to go and when I can break my fast. I know some people think it's ridiculous to use an app for fasting, but I think it makes a big difference, and it has lots of helpful information about the different types of fasts that you can do. I think by far the biggest pro that comes with working from home is the flexibility that it provides. Based on the way that my wife and I have structured our lives, I don't get the opportunity to do a lot of school drop-offs, and working from home has meant that I'm able to help my kids get ready and take them to school. It's been really nice to see them more often and spend time with them. As you can see here, I'm not very good at tying ponytails, but I'm trying to get better at it. Thankfully, my daughter gives me frank and fearless feedback when I get it wrong, and I'll keep practicing. Overall, I think your experience working from home depends largely on the role that you have and your personal preference. I know that for me, I like to have some time at home, but more time in the office. I'm interested to hear how you found working from home and whether you have any pros or cons that I haven't covered, so please leave a comment down below. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch the video. If you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you've really enjoyed it, please subscribe. I like to make videos that help people with their careers, so if there is any content that you'd be interested in seeing, please let me know. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.